What is going on, everybody? It's Craig back with BlklimitedX, and before we get started with the video, you guys check out the threads. Shout out to my guy BJP Lifestyle, that lifestyle gear, and of course we got the trucker hat as well, my favorite type of hats. But nonetheless, with that being said, you guys, I am always willing to help out and support a friend, and that goes for each and every last one of you guys. So if any of you out there got your own business, clothing line, anything like that that you want me and others to check out, leave a comment down below with the link to your website or where people can find your products, and we'll check that out for you guys. I'm always looking for some dope clothing, hats. Like I said, trucker hats are my favorite. I'm always looking for something like that to try on and try out, and I'll be more than willing to do that for the channel here to promote your stuff. So like I said, if you guys got anything like that, put it down in the comments. We'll all check it out for you. But on to today's video, you guys, we have a brand new product from Lastfit Auto Lighting. As you all know, they support and sponsor me here on the channel, so I am very excited to test out this new product from them, which is the i5W fast wireless car charger. From the specs, it looks awesome. Looking at it, the design, it looks good as well. I personally probably have went through maybe 10 different fast chargers. They've all broken, unfortunately. We have places like Amazon that have a ton of different options, and I see this question asked a lot of people, you know, what chargers do you guys use, or you know, what type of mounts do you guys use for your car charger? So this is an awesome new product that I'm going to get to test out for you guys to see if this is an option that you guys may want to check out, and obviously I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys to go ahead and take a look at it. But let's go ahead and get in the Jeep, let's get it unboxed, let's check it out. All right, here it is, you guys. This is the actual wireless charger. Looks pretty nice, good presentation in the box. And then this is the actual charger part that'll go into the lighter part, and it supports USB and USB Type-C, so that's nice, as that it has dual inputs. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed and check it out. All right, you guys, so first we're going to open up the smart charger here. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. There it is. This is pretty well packaged, I must say. And again, it supports USB and USB Type-C charging, so that's nice that they have dual capabilities. So, and this plugs into the 12-volt outlet that's tucked under the infotainment system. So this is where this is going to sit. All right, so this is what it's going to look like sitting up under there. As you can see, there's a blue little LED light that lights up to let you know that the power is on with it. It runs off the battery, so if you have the car cut off, it's not gonna be producing any power. So right now I have the accessory button pushed on to show that it's lit up. All right, you guys, and next we're gonna be actually opening up the wireless mount. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. Stuff in the bottom here. Looks to be the instruction manual. This looks like, I think for the vent, this may be the vent clip attachment. Set that down for now. This is the charger, the cord that's going to go from this mount to the power source. So we're going to set that down. And then this is the actual mount for, I think, the dashboard. I know for the dashboard, as well as if you mount it on the window. So that's what that's for. And then this is the actual phone holder. Let's get that unwrapped. Oh, and this looks super nice. Look at that. The quality, it feels nice. Like I said, they packaged this very well. And I got my little smudges all over it already. But this is super nice. They got the buttons on the side, which, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly from what they told me, this is like a one-touch system where it doesn't even click. It's almost like a touch screen type where I just tap my finger and it'll operate the mount. So we're gonna test that out. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get it hooked up. Now that we got everything unboxed and unwrapped, we're going to take a look at each individual part and explain what they are, what they do. A lot of it's pretty simple and straightforward. As such, here's the charger. It is a USB to USB Type-C. So this end will go into the power source at the bottom. This end will plug directly into the actual wireless charger. And then included, that was wrapped with this, is the locking nut or screw that threads onto the back of the actual wireless charger. So whenever you pick whichever mount you're going to use, whether it be the vent clip or the dash or glass mounted mount, you're going to this will be threaded onto the back of the wireless charger as such. Then when you connect the mount to it, you just twist it to tighten it up as such, and it'll hold firm. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the different, actually leave that on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the different mounting systems. So first up, we have the vent clip, which is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but I am more impressed with how sturdy and how strong this thing is. You got a little finger tab right there to be able to open and close the mouth to put it in and out, or put it in and then take it off. This thing also twists. It's very firm, but you can twist it once it's mounted on there. You can go landscape mode, portrait mode. You can go do a full 180 and go upside down if you wanted to. But this thing is firm, and I'm really impressed with how strong it feels. It doesn't feel cheap. Yeah, I'm always looking to test to make sure something doesn't feel flimsy or feels weak or feels like any type of force on it, it'll break or break a certain component of it. So I like the fact that it feels strong and sturdy like that. Now the next mount we have is the dashboard / glass mount or windshield mount. This thing is pretty nice as well. It feels solid. It comes with two different tabs or knobs on it, which this first knob here, if you twist it righty tighty lefty loosey, turn to the left, loosen it up, it will actually lift up the mount as such. So whether you have it on the dash or on the windshield, you can adjust how you want the mount positioned, and then once you get it to where you want it, you just go ahead and turn it to the right, tighten it up, lock it in place. It's not going anywhere. Now this other knob here is for this part here, which is actually an extension arm. So loosen it up and you can just pull it out. It's an extension for the mount, so if you want to have it a little further back, you can. If you want to bring it a little closer to you, you can as well. And once you find that perfect spot, tighten it up as well, and it's solid. Now this bottom tab here is for the actual suction, so you lift it up to loosen it up a bit, put it on whatever you want to mount it at, and then you just push that tab down to tighten it up. And this suction looks and feels really strong, like it feels like it's gonna hold. I haven't taken off the plastic yet. I'm not gonna do that until I actually get ready to test it out and mount it. So this feels very nice. I'm excited to test this out. Now onto the actual wireless mount itself. This thing is super nice. I'm loving the design and the way it is. It has 3 adjustable arms here, 2 of which here are adjustable by the motor, and then this bottom here is adjustable by hand. For your smaller phones, you can leave it all the way up. For your bigger phones, you just pull it down and it'll extend down to accommodate the bigger size phones. And like I said, these 2 arms here are adjustable when you actually hit the buttons here, which these buttons are not clickable, like you don't click them in, they actually just touch buttons. So that's pretty sweet. You know, it's automatic where you just one touch, it'll open up the arms. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, once you actually place your phone on the holder, it should automatically close the arms and tighten on your phone. So that's pretty sweet. I mean, even if it doesn't, you just push the button again, it'll close the arms right up. And this thing is pretty solid. I already tested it out once on my phone to make sure it held. Well, I actually wanted to test out to make sure it fit with the case that I have. I don't have a huge case, but I always want to check to make sure whatever mount I'm using can fit the case that I have, because I have a ton of different cases. So I always want to make sure that I have a mount that can accommodate pretty much all of them. So this one does. It held firm. So we're gonna actually get it connected to the power source and get it hooked up. Take a USB end and just stick it into the power source. And then at the bottom here is actually where the USB Type-C opening is. So then you take your cord, put it in, and it should, yep, it lit up green. I hope you can see that on camera, but it lit up green to signal that it's actually on, or that it's charging. And then this is too much light right now, but this middle portion here lights up blue. So I'm sure at night you'll be able to see it more. but it lights up blue, so it's pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and test out that. Oh, I actually didn't hit it. I hit it by accident. So as you can see, the arms are expanded. Let's do that again. Let's close it up. So all you do is just tap this either side. It works on either side. You just tap it and the arms open up wide. So that's pretty sweet. And then same thing, you can close it by hand like that. Let's go ahead and get my phone here. Now I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, so this is a pretty big phone. I don't remember exactly how big it is, but it is the biggest phone that they offer at the moment. So now that we got it open, set that on the mount. Oh, see, and it does do it. It closed the arms automatically, and as you can see, it's charging. Let's do that one more time. Let's open the arms up, take it off. It's not charging. Hopefully you can see that. And then you put it on the mount, and it automatically closes the arms, and then it starts charging. So that's pretty sweet. It works. I like how strong it is. It feels very strong. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna test this out on the vent clip first, and then I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never mount anything to my window, or at least not that often. I mounted it to my phone to my window once to test out a different product, but I had to do it, or at least to get the best angle. But I usually don't like having it on my window. I prefer either on my dash or on the vent. So I'm not gonna test it out on the window today, because once I mount it on the dash, it's gonna sit there permanently. And then I'm gonna put the vent clip, I'm gonna leave that inside the vent as well. So I'm gonna test out both those mounting solutions for you guys and see how it goes. All right, so like I was saying, this is a little joint that you're gonna put into the back of here. So you just loosen up that nut, pop it in. Once you get it popped in, oops, open up the arms. Once you get it popped in, you just tighten up the part here, and it's not going anywhere. Get that tightened, just like that. Let's go ahead and get this mounted up on the vent. So like I said, it's got that little finger part right there where you just push it. One-handed action. Just push it, open it up. I like to have mine sitting at the highest part, and you get it on there just like that. Pretty easy. Then once you get that on there, like I said, you can hit either side with the buttons, or touch buttons, whatever you want to call them. You just tap it, it'll open up the arms. You get your phone, place it on that mount, it'll close those arms automatically and start to charge immediately. And that's pretty nice. And so far, what I can tell with this one, I like the fact that it has the mount further away from the vent. I've had some mounts where they have the phone mounted right up against the vent, and I know what you're gonna ask, oh, is it gonna get hot? You know, yes and no. With those other vents where it had the phone much closer to the vent, obviously it got hotter much quicker, especially if you have your heat on max and you got it on full blast. It'll get hot much quicker. But I usually just close. If you can open and close your vent, I usually just close mine. So now there's minimal heat and minimal air coming through just this vent in particular, and I haven't had that overheating problem, thankfully. My phone is always charged, and like I said, I usually keep my heat at like 76, 70, between 76 and 78. It gets pretty warm in the cabin here, so I don't usually have it up that high, and I never have to have it on full blast, thankfully, because like I said, I usually prefer to have my phone mounted on the vent as such. I never have it on the dash, and sometimes I put it on the dash, but I never have it on the glass. I've had it on the glass once to review a different product, just to get a good angle on what I was actually doing, but I usually have mine on the vent set up like this. So this is where it's going to permanently live, but I am going to test it out on the dash mount on the dash, just so you guys can get an idea of how that'll work as well. But there's the vent clip. All right, you guys, now in regards to actually charging your devices, this wireless charger supports 15 watt, 10 watt, and 7.5 watts of fast charging, and also 5 watts of standard charging. Now I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, like I told you all before, so I get 7.5 watts of fast charging, and that's going to be pretty much across the board for all Apple products, all the way down to the XR, the XS, all the way down to the 8 actually. And for your 10 watt fast charging, that's going to be reserved for your Samsung devices such as the S20, the Note 20 Ultra, all the way down to the S8 and S7. And if you want 15 fast watt charging, that's going to be reserved for your LG devices like the V30 Plus, the V40 ThinQ, and the V50 ThinQ. So depending on what type of device that you have, it's going to determine how much actual wattage of fast charging you're going to get. So keep that in mind, people. Alright, so here it is mounted on the dash. I went ahead off camera and set it up the way that I would if I was going to leave it on the dash, but I wanted you guys to see and get an idea of how it could look. I got the arm just up a bit, but I also have it extended out just so it's at a good enough arm's length to me, and that it won't stick out, and well, as you can see, it won't stick out over the Uconnect, so you'll still be able to use that and see it in all full capacity. So that's pretty good. Let's get these arms opened up. Get our phone on there. Again, the arms close automatically and it starts to charge immediately. So that's pretty sweet. I'm really impressed with this whole system and setup as a whole. I like the fact that you can mount it in three different ways, and a lot of systems do that, you know, so it's not like this is anything groundbreaking, but this is something that it comes in a complete package. You know, usually other mounts you have to get it's separate. Like this is a mount, this is a system where it has all three available. Every mount that I've had in the past, you know, it was either just the vent clip or it was just the dash mount, you know, or slash windshield mount. So I like the fact that it has all three available at once and at a pretty low price, like I said. And again, the durability of this thing and the construction so far, I'm really impressed with. I'm gonna get out on the road and actually test these mounts and see how they fare against any bumps. Make sure they're not shaking and moving around too hard on bumpy roads. I want to make sure that my phone will stay on that mount and it won't fall off, especially if I go like off-roading or something like that, which I don't really go off-roading, but still, I wanted to be able to take those type of bumps. So we're gonna test that out on the road. All right, so there it is, you guys. I was impressed. I think you're going to be impressed as well. So if you're in the market for a car charger slash mount, check out the i5W from Lasfit Auto Lighting. Please don't forget to use my code BlklimitedX10 for 10% off your entire order, you guys. Check out some of the other stuff too. They got a lot of stuff for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. They got a lot of products for other vehicles as well if you don't have a Jeep necessarily, but go ahead and check those guys out. They're pretty awesome. Now, on to my final thoughts on the product itself. The number one thing I was impressed with that I usually always look for in any product really is the durability. This thing feels very strong. It feels like it's gonna hold up. I was impressed with how sturdy it felt. I was impressed also with the different mounting options. Even if I only use one, I like the fact that all three are available right out the box. I also like the little things like the little touch button. You just touch it and the arms open up automatically. That's pretty sweet to me. And the fact that it's wireless. You know, a lot of things are going wireless nowadays. So the fact that they integrated that into their charger is pretty neat. So I like this product overall. I think you will too. It's gonna hold up, or at least I hope it's gonna hold up. I think it's gonna hold up much better than all the other mounts I've used before. So only time will tell. But with that, guys, I can't wait to bring the next product to you all. See you on the next video.